Urban Therapy with Sun752, and this is your daily go-getterism number 734 for October 2016. Alright, it's time for us to get into it. Tonight I want to talk to y'all about the ice being colder over there. Somebody's ice being colder. That's like a different way of saying that the grass is green on the other side. But it's a little bit different because when we say that somebody's ice is colder, we're normally talking about a group of people, an organization, an ethnic group, a race. You know, we believe that they have something better than we have. And you know, our people really have a problem when it comes to this sort of thing. And it's like a little dirty family secret. See, when you start talking about somebody's grass being green on the other side, you could be talking about a neighbor, you could be talking about a friend, you could be talking about individuals. But when you start talking about the ice being colder, you're talking about somebody as a group is better than yours. See, we black people, we Nubian people, we gods of the universe. We have this thing. This thing called mental slavery, and it's been perpetuating and permeating our existence for hundreds and hundreds of years. One of the reasons why I call it a dirty family secret is because most of us will deny that we even have it in us. We don't see it. We don't even know. You know, we have been so ingrained and miseducated about our existence, about our plight, about our origin, and about our true self-worth in this world, that although many of us may portray to be the shit, on the inside, there are all kinds of crazy insecurities, all kinds of feelings of unworthiness, all types of feelings of ineptitude, all types of feelings of inadequacy, all kinds of feelings that we just don't measure up. Like if we only had this, then we could get that. If we only had that, then we could get this. Case in point. Name another race of people that has to remind themselves to buy from their own, to support their own businesses. Name them. I'm sure that Asians tell each other to support Asians, but I bet you they get it the first time. They don't have to keep getting beat in the head. Yo, make sure that you seek out these black businesses, see what they have to offer, and support them. That's what we have to do with our people. White people support each other, but they don't have to say buy white. They don't have to have signs up, slogans up, posters up, memes on social media that say buy black. They already know to do that. It's already been instilled in them from one generation to the next generation to the next generation. But our people have been told that somebody else is always better than them. Better than them because their skin is lighter. Better than them because their hair is a different texture. Better than them because of opportunities, because of decorum, the way they act. Ice is colder. So, with our own black businesses, we'll find every excuse in the world not to support our own. We'll do that. I mean, you know, you go to these black businesses, man. You know what I mean? They be all high and they don't act like they want to, you know, they don't want to service people. They don't, their level of service is just, it's bad. Plus, I can't afford that all the time. And they don't be having as much variety. I support whenever I can, but that's what it's like for our people. That's what it's like. Think about it. Think about yourself. Because don't front. There are way more people who don't support us than the ones who do. But when it comes to entertainment, that's when the whole thing changes. That's when the whole scope changes. Because we'll support somebody who sings, who dances, who is in the movies, that kind of thing. But see, when we support that, we're not putting money in their pockets. That's the crazy part about it. The ice is colder. Their ice is colder. Their products are better than ours. It could be the same product. Theirs is probably superior to ours because they have like a warranty. They have like a lifetime warranty. You only have a year warranty. Same product though. And you could buy extended. Anyway. That's how it goes. And like I said, we don't see it. We don't see it, or we pretend like we don't see it, or we really don't see it and we think that we can live without it. See, we've bought into this notion of American freedom, American equality. Freedom, justice, and equality. Many of us have bought into it, yet there's no evidence that it exists. See, because we are friends with a few white people and few Asians or whoever, just because we have some people who are on our side who support us, we think that it's sweet like that. Until one of us is unarmed and innocent and we get killed. Then what happens? What happens is we protest, we yell and scream, and we threaten violence and all of that kind of stuff. And then after about 15 minutes, it all dies down. And we think that it's going to be okay into the next one. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Oh, the families of the victims will, they win a lawsuit. The policeman won't go to jail. That's out of the question. But what will happen is, in the civil trial, some money will be made, and everything will go away. It'll be a memory. People will remember it, but it won't be as bad because somebody got paid. What we should be doing is hitting them where it hurts, and that's in the pockets. Because they understand that and they respect that. If you haven't noticed, they don't respect that protesting. They don't respect the rioting. They don't respect the threats of violence. They don't respect none of that. But when you threaten their livelihood because you ain't going to buy in their stores and you're not going to support them, you're not going to take money out of your pocket and put it into their accounts, then they start listening. But we haven't done that. And the reason that we haven't done that is because their ice is colder. Truth be told, don't front. When one of your friends is bugging out around some white people and they're embarrassing you, your friends are embarrassing you in front of these nice white people. You really do feel embarrassed, don't you? Your people's showing out. And don't get me wrong, this ain't no anti-white thing. It's not about reverse race. Well, there is no such thing. I'm not going to say the word, but it's not even about all of that. This is about our empowerment and knowing our self-worth. This video is called "Their Ice is Colder," and the reason we have to address this issue is because black people just don't think that they're good enough on the whole. Individually, if you pull 100 of us aside and ask them who they think is better, black or white, more than likely, if you pick them out randomly, not in a test group where you get all these conscious brothers who are going to know what answers to give, but if you ask regular people on the street a series of questions about products, services, hair color, texture, body shape, and all of that kind of stuff, you're going to get some interesting answers, and you're not going to get the kind of answers that go towards our empowerment or our feelings of worthiness. You're not going to get that. So we got to do this. So, all right. With all of that being said, because I don't want to make the video too long. It's relevant, but I don't want to make it too long because I know how I go. At the end of the day, we have to get ourselves to the point where we believe in ourselves. We gotta teach our children. You know what I mean? We have to teach them that their ice is just as cold. Their toast is just as warm. Their products are just as good. Their air conditioning is just as cold. And if we don't do that, then we have a cycle that continues and continues and continues, and it's on the way to nothing, and we will remain on the bottom of the totem pole. Now, you know, it's hard to get anywhere if you really don't think that you are good enough for anything or anybody. It's hard to, like, where do you go from there? And that's really where we are with it. And like I said, I'm not trying to beat nobody over the head. I'm not trying to blame anybody individually, but we have a serious problem. We gotta fix it, and if we don't fix it, then it'll just go in cycles and in cycles and cycles, and you know, because when we want to be, when I was talking about the whole entertainment game, see, we'll support our entertainers, and we really think that we're doing them some good, but they have contracts. So as we buy their stuff, the machine behind them was profiting, and it's not us. They don't have this. You either want to buy black or not. I'm not saying that you shouldn't support black entertainment, but damn, man, it can't just stop at entertainment. We will all be entertained if we can get our pockets right, if we can get our minds right, if we can free ourselves from the chains of the oppression and the racism and the discrimination and the disenfranchisement and our feelings of unworthiness, ineptitude, inadequacy, and lack of self-respect, lack of self-esteem. And if you look at the way many of us act, we don't have no self-respect. We don't have no self-esteem. Oh, another thing I wanted to readdress. Yeah, when your friends are showing out, in front of white people, and you get all embarrassed, you ever ask yourself, what are you embarrassed for? What are you embarrassed? Do you ever see them get embarrassed in front of you when, like, let's say they get real drunk and do some old crazy shit, and you tape them something, you put them on World Star. You don't see them like, oh my God, I can't believe that I showed out like that in front of all these niggers. Oh my God, they're gonna think that all white people are terrible. They're not gonna do that, man. It don't work that way. But you be embarrassed, because your man or your girlfriend or whatever, you be embarrassed because they showed their ass a little bit in front of these white people. Because you think these white people are going to think, oh, black people do this. Like they don't know no better. If they're dense enough to think that the example of 1 or 2 or 3 or even 300 people are representative of a whole group, that's their ignorance. And that makes them the nigger. If you are that ignorant, because that's what the word nigger means. It means ignorant. It means that you don't know. So in that way, we're all niggers. Every last person on the planet, because nobody has full knowledge, 360 degrees of knowledge of the earth. All right, y'all. We can get up out of here, because if I don't, we'll be here all day. And, our ice is just as cold. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember what we're talking about, man. Look, your ice is just as cold as anybody else. Any Latino, any white person, any Asian, anybody. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you're the maker, the owner, the cream of the universe. You were here. We're here first. The universe is going to take care of you. Love your black man, woman, and child. You the original people. I don't make the rules, only enforce them. The Daily Go Getimism show is every single day. Every single day. 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Call in number 319-527-6199. Once again, the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. Anyway. I'll holler at y'all later. blogtalkradio.com/Sun752. I get with y'all. Peace.